Hello viewers, welcome to the eSeniors GT3 Championship finale for the Group 2 drivers. It's going to be an interesting race, this one. Although this group has been won, it's still all to play for really for the drivers behind. So I think it's a case of let's see where this is going to take us. Let's have a quick look at the table. Hopefully you can see that clearly. As you can see, Johan has clearly won this, no matter what happens, even with throwing a race. He's just had too many victories, really. We did know Johan was going to be a Group 1 driver. Circumstance meant he couldn't race Group 1. But really, we're making changes next season, so that sort of thing won't be happening next time. Then we have a troop of BMWs. Peter LaFrance looking good. Rainer Berger looking good. And Martin Bailey. Now, I think this is really between Peter and Rainer. I'm just looking, I can see Rainer's on track, but Peter, I believe, is at the Grand Prix, which means Rainer could really and truly claim second, and that also means Martin could claim third and get his third place at on his first season with us. So yeah, really exciting stuff. Let's have a quick look at how we got here. So been a busy schedule, as you can appreciate. This is the 10th round, and as you can see there, all the rounds previously: Laguna Seca, Milton Park, Hungaroring, Spa, Suzuka, Imola. You get the point, you know, and finally we get to Monza, which is the track of choice today. It's a 90-minute race with I was going to say compulsory pit stop, but basically they ain't going to get round on one tank of fuel anyway, so I think by its very nature it's going to be a compulsory pit stop. So without further ado, let's go to qualifying. What are we expecting? Well, it's going to be interesting really. I've been watching pre-qualifying and there's definitely 149s in there, but I don't think there's a 148. So I think there's a couple of drivers who I think can take a 149 here and will put themselves in a really strong position on the starting grid. Kev Forrest, who we're on board with at the moment, is one of them. What we'll do is we'll do a lap with Kev, and we'll talk through the lap, shall we say. So Kev's coming down the Curva Grande here, and he'll come into the Variante del Roggia, turns 4 and 5. This is about getting your braking point after the 150 metre marker on the right hand side. Braking hard, and then get the car down through the gears into corner 4 and then cutting across into corner 5. Hopefully the stream's still running and it's just showing up that it's not running on mine, but that's fine. I'm just going to switch the stream off on mine anyway as a result of that. He's then got the Lesmos, Lesmo 1 and Lesmo 2, turns 6 and 7. There's about balance the car around these two corners, and then it's flat out down the Curva del Seraglio, even though it's not really a curve as such, if you like. It's a bit of a kink in the left hand side. He'll be looking to brake with a little Stewart on the right hand side, pick his braking point into Ascari, which is turns 8, 9 and 10. Looking to cut the corner on 10 if he can. He's gone very deep there, so that will cause him a problem, and as you can see there, that's upset his lap a little bit. Flat out down here, you're looking to brake into the Parabolica after the 100 metre marker. Now, most people tend to brake at the board on the left here, or the 100, but you can brake much later, and then you want to take a tight apex and get the power down early, and then really power down the start-finish straight into turn 1 and turn 2. So we'll sit on board with Kev, because I do know Kev is a quick driver, and he was a Group 1 driver actually, but for personal reasons he couldn't race in Group 1. And he's I don't think he's managed to race every race, or if he has, I don't think he's managed to do podiums, but he's got that wrong as well. I think we'll change driver. We'll go on board with Robert, and you'll be glad to hear I've got the dual screen back today. So what I'll do is I'll put the dual screen back and I'll put it on Andrew Ambro, and what you'll see is Ambro at the bottom doing his lap, and the top we've got Robert Abando. So Robert's going for it, and Robert's in the Porsche here. He's been a bit loose, I think it's fair to say. Watching him in pre-qualifying, he's been going very wide in these corners. He's controlling that corner like he's using a controller rather than a steering wheel. That looks like he's playing with a game stick as opposed to a steering wheel. It's all over the place. That can't be right, surely. God, that'd make me feel pig sick. Unless it's just lag. It's caused it to steer bizarrely. The car's actually moving. I wonder if it's moving like that outside. Let's go to the helicam. Hard to see. It is twitching. It's twitching. I wonder if he's got controller problems. Interesting. Johan, who's looking quite decent as well, and you can see there Ambrose 3/10 up at the moment. His current best lap is a 151, so he's going to the 150s. And there's our first 149 Hugo, and Hugo has been on steroids in this track. He's absolutely flying. And I think we're going to see Hugo in a really good position, which is fantastic. You know, he's typically been within the top 10, but ultimately he really seems to like Monza, so he's doing really, really well. Yeah, I don't know what's going with Robert though. He's definitely got some controller issues, so I'm going to switch that, and we're going to go on board with. We're going to go with Lee Ellis, and we'll go to Lee's cockpit, and we'll see the differences in steering wheel. The manufacturer on the timing screen. I can do. Manufacturer and personal best. There you go. Hopefully that'll show up for you. And just when I switch to him, he calls it quits. Right, let's go on board with Frank Tennant. So Frank Tennant in the Kapow Lightning McQueen Bentley. So let's again. I don't think he's going to get in the steering. The steering's nice and straight with him. More measured as opposed to dodging left and right, so it's quite smooth around the corner. Looking to get the power down. He's 2/10 up. His best is a 51. So if he does this, he's 2/10. He will go into the 150s. Quickest 150 is a 150.3 by Bruce Hopkins. So it's, I think the front's going to be really tight. I'm just looking at the times now at the front already, and as you can see from the timing screen, there's a few drivers already in the 150s, and it's looking rather busy. Between positions 2 through to 6, and then obviously we've got 7 and 8 and 9 are very close. I mean, Frank and Johan, 7,000ths of a second between them. I mean, that's, you know, you're not going to really split them really in relation to that. Quick hello to the stream. Hi AJ, hi Philip, hi Terry, hi Jorgen. Get well soon, my friend. Hi Craig. See the difference in angles there. Larson trying to go for the wide angle, but you can see here, and Frank has actually lost time, so unfortunately Frank's lap was a lot slower. But the man on a mission, I'm going to stick with this guy, is Hugo. He's on a 149.8 and he's half a second up. He's going for a 149. He's now even quicker. He's going for a 149.2. That will send some Group 1 drivers to shame. Here we go. 149.167. I don't think that's going to get beat in this race at all. That is a stunning time. Absolutely stunning. I don't know what he's been taking, but I want some of it. Fantastic lap that, Hugo. Well done. Hi Derek. Hi Nikos. What a fantastic lap that was. Absolute flying lap. I'll go back to single window. Sorry, I forgot I'd left that on. We're with Richard now. So Richard is on a 150.6. He's 4/10 up. He's lost 2/10 coming through that little bit. So he's going to better his time at the moment. But that would have moved him up a couple of places actually. If he was to do half a second, it puts him basically on the front row of the grid. But he's not going to do that. He's lost all his time. That's Richard. He's managed to bang in a 150.6 and he's done a 150.5. So I'm going to change to Bruce Hopkins. So he's in the BMW. He's currently 3/10 up. He's a 150.38. This will take him into the 150.3. I'm just looking for his split. Yeah, he's lost a bit of time there. He got a bad exit on that corner. 49.1 was pole in the team's race, but Craig, 49.1 was done with a Group 1 driver, not a Group 2 driver. So that is quick. I mean, I've managed at 140, a late 148, but oh, Bruce has overturned it there. That's not gonna end well. That's not gonna buff it out. That's unbody. Ollie's been putting some fantastic laps in. So at the moment, Ollie is going for a 149, and he's on for it. This will put Ollie on second at the moment on the grid, and he's early into the lap, so Ollie could really stretch his legs a little bit. He's currently looking at second on the grid as it stands with his time. He's having a great lap, he's half a second up. Good power there, got the power down early, didn't over rotate it, did lose a touch of time. But again, looking like a good lap this. We've got 3 minutes left to go. Stefan's off track, let's see the yellow flag. And he's lost the 10th, so he's 3 tenths up at the moment. Still good enough for second, but the guys in front of him are going faster. Kev Forrest, who is second, has got a 149 in him. So Ollie really does need to get the power down here. And he's flew through there. He's 3 tenths up. He's still going to put him into the 149s. It's going to be close between him and Kev, but Kev has lost time. And so has Ollie, unfortunately. So it's now looking like Johan is going to claim second. He really needs to get his braking right here, get the acceleration point perfect. Just a bit late on the power there, and that's cost him. Yeah, a bit too late on the power. Could have been in the apex a bit earlier, and he's really cutting the corner. And he's a 150.0. Unlucky, Ollie. Unlucky. And as I said, Johan was going quick. He's done a 149.8. So I think Johan's going to, unless Kev can pull it out the hat here, that could very well be. I'm just looking at Kev's time. He is up actually, Kev. He could claim, looking at this, second place. This is going to be close. This is going to be very close between Kev and Johan. Let's just see where this takes us. And when I mean close, oh, Kev's lost time here. That's really not helping him. He's managed to get the power down again, but a bit late on the acceleration. This is going to cost him dearly. Is it going to be enough? Oh, a 9.85. So it pushes Ollie down to fourth. And he's got a chance to go and carry on and do another fast lap. Having a quick check of the chat there. That corner's a killer. T2's a killer. Takes all the pace out of the car. But Kev again is he's going quicker. We switch to Rayner. Rayner's doing well. I know he's early into his lap, but it's looking like he could be on for a fast one here. Let's just stick with Rayner a minute. He's fluctuating between 0 at the moment and ever so slightly losing time. I'm talking thousandths of a second. So let's see how his braking point goes here. There you go. Got the inside and outside view of Rayner now. That's Rayner in the helicam. He's very consistent. His time's still fluctuating. Oh, he's lost time there. That was a slow exit. That's nearly cost him a 10th. And equally that corner's cost him as well. So he's really struggling. Hi, Billy. Okay, he's going to have to pull it out of the bag in the last few corners here as Rayner. 43 seconds to go in qualifying. He may just get another lap in if he's fortunate enough. No, he's lost too much time now. I don't think he's really going to capitalise on that and improve anything from there. So let's see who else we can switch to. There's no one else really on a stupendous lap where they're gaining a lot of time. Let's jump with Melvin. So Melvin's the only one recording green times at the moment. He's on a 151.4. This will take him into a 151.2. It won't move him up, unfortunately, but it will mean he's gone a little bit quicker. He needs 4 tenths to gain anything, and that'll allow him to jump Britos and Tennant at this point in time. But he's only 2 tenths up. He's got the power down well there, but he's not really gaining much time. Ever so slight increments. So he's gone for a 151.257. Hi, Dimitri. Lee Ellis is currently on track. He's currently doing his 1/10th up. This is going to move him up potentially one place, but he has also lost the time gained. And I think really the only person on a track who's flying, and I'll switch to him in a minute, as Lee's not really done much here, is Kev. So let's go on board with Kev. So Kev needs just over a 10th, and he's currently 1/10th down. I think Kev's going to struggle here. We're going to have 19 cars on track because Mark Rogers is recording the session, and that's what you call over. Back after this. Okay, let's do a quick grid walk, and with a fantastic 1:49.1, Hugo Caballero takes his first pole with the eSeniors, closely followed by Johan Larsson. We've then got Ollie, and someone's already escaped. That's Kev Forrest, has gone to the pits. Ollie Lautner. We've then got Rainer Berger, Bruce Hopkins, Kai Schaefer, Andrew Ambro, Richard Columb, Robert Abando, Hugh Morris, Stefan Buckley, Lee Ellis, Frank Tennant, Daniel Britos, Melvin Garland, Jeremy Arabas, Jerian Woostman, James Park, Mark Rogers. Sorry, not Mark Rogers won't be partaking. And there you can see Kev has joined at the back of the grid. So I'm not too sure what's happened to Kev there, but it certainly caused me a bit of a problem. So what I'm going to do is go to the front in helicopter mode, and on the second screen, what I'll do is I'll go to the back in helicopter mode. So what we do is hopefully get a good split of the start, shall we see?
10 seconds.
Start rolling any second now. 3, 2, 1, and we're ready to roll. I'm not quite happy sure with what happened to Kev there. Was that a disconnect and he's reconnected, or has he pressed the wrong key? And that means all the cars. And we've got someone parking up. I'm trying to work out. Someone is parking up in an Audi. That's Stefan Buckley. Stefan Buckley is parked up. Now that's going to cause problems because you will have to reposition yourself based on the car that's left the field. So, yeah. Did Stefan regain and come back on? It was definitely an Audi in Stefan's colours that seemed to pull over. And car 777, oh no, that's Mr. Rogers, who's recording the session for the stewards. Okay. Let's see where this takes us. And you can see there, Johan stealing a couple of yards. Hi, Andreas. So let's see where this takes us. And Hugo's going to get a great run down the start. Hopefully we're going to have chaos. There's a couple of cars already making passes. Or as it stands, there's a lot of cars building up there. Let's get into the interesting bit. So far, so good. So far, so good through though. And there you go. Bit of contact, but actually, I think it was just a bit of love tap. Let's have a quick look at replay that back. With one of the cars that was a guilty party. So we'll sit under guilty party. One of the cars involved in contact. I'm not going to say guilty party. Let's see where it goes. So there's Danny, Melvin on the inside. Everyone's waiting. So Danny catches the side of Melvin by cutting across. Robert's gone wide and clips Frank. And then everyone starts going. Okay, so Danny really closed the angle there a bit too early from what I saw. And Danny's also been involved in another incident as well. So the back running again now. And there's already a change up front. And we've got Bruce Hopkins passing Ollie. So the moves are starting to happen already. And what we'll do is we'll go and follow Andrew, Ambro and Richard Columb. And we'll see where that takes us. Frank's been involved in a tete-a-tete with somebody as well. But as you can see, Hugo's actually stretching. He's putting his foot down already, Hugo. I don't think Ollie will stay there too long, if I'm being honest. I think Ollie will get his act together. That Lexus is quick in a straight line. And I think at the right opportunity, he will take it. And then they'll hunt Rayner down if they can. But you can see it looks like Ambro's going for the pass at the back. So let me just switch that. So we'll switch view to Ambro. He's not going to make the pass happen at this point, so we'll switch it back. Okay. And there you can see them coming through together. He's looking quick though behind that Ferrari. Now is he going to have enough of a run up the inside to outbrake him into the corner? Go to the top view. The run's not good enough there, and I think Richard's going to hold him off unless Richard brakes very early. But as you can see, everyone's taking the time. Everyone's getting the braking points spot on this early on, which is good to see. And it does look like the race is calming down a little bit towards the back. Kev's already made a couple of places up. So I'm not too sure what happened to Kev there. But yeah. No doubt he'll tell us in the chat later. But I think it was some sort of disconnect and he reconnected. And Robert's now putting pressure on Frank. So let's jump on board with Robert and see if he's still got the same control problems. Yeah, that tells me he's using a game controller. That looks so dangerous. He's all over the place. That can't be a steering wheel. That just can't be a steering wheel. And they did actually make contact there, Robert and him. To be honest, if he's got steering like that, I'm not surprised they made contact. So not only does he not use his mirrors. God, that's a great pass. He seems to be using a game controller. Yeah, he's just lost out of there. There's been a bit of an incident at the back. Let's see what's gone on here. So this involves Jeremy. Jeremy's 2 cars clear of Kev, and it involves Kev. So I think that's James Parks in front of Kev, as Jeremy lost it in the bend. So Jeremy's coming up to the corner. Oh, that's a bit of a ambitious dive. Kev's completely lost all grip there because of his pace. He was going a bit too fast there. That wasn't pretty watching, shall we say. And we're back racing again. So sit on board with Kai. So we're following Kai. Kai's actually chasing Ollie down now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Frank. Well, I won't go to Frank at the moment. Frank was looking racy against Lee. But actually Hugh Morris is the one we want to be looking at. So let's put Hugh Morris in the picture and watch that battle materialise as well. So currently the big screen is Kai, the little screen is Hugh, and the pit window has now opened. It's like a gamepad, Nikos, correct? I certainly wouldn't want to be alongside him. Hugh's looking great. So's Frank. Kai's looking good as well. I'm going to jump to this battle here. So that's Lee who's gone a bit wide, and I think Frank's going to slipstream him, and Robert's possibly going to do the same as well. But no, looks like that old Audi's got some legs, and there goes Robert again. Robert's late braking into that corner, and he's got it gone wide, and that's give Frank, and there could be contact at the back, but no, they both managed to hold the space. The control of that. I'm going to do a replay on that because I think his controls aren't helping him here. I'm just going to do a replay of what happened there because from this perspective, I'm going to go into the cockpit. He's fighting with the car. And watch coming down the straight here. He's not got control of the car. The car's pushing him to the left. You'll see it now. He can't keep the car straight. And then he just annihilates Lee there. He's got... I don't know what his control problems are there, but that doesn't look like a steering wheel to me he's using. I mean, if that's a steering wheel, boy has he got problems. I've never seen any inputs like that before. That is... yeah, I mean, if he's playing with equipment that's not suitable, I mean, the rules are clear around that. We can't tell what he's using at the moment, so unfortunately we can't make a judgment call. But that will have to be looked into, and he will have to be asked why his steering was so erratic. If he can't race cleanly, he shouldn't be on track, as we know. We've been caught out this season because of incidents where disconnects weren't, you know, or bad pings were causing problems. And the Ferrari's gone wide. Is that going to give Ambro a run up the inside? It is indeed. And we can see Hugh in the McLaren's now coming down behind the scenes as well. So in the chat, what do you think's going on with Robert? Anybody want to make any comment? And look at the Ferrari. What great pace that Ferrari's got. Oh, that was very close. Hugh's very close as well. But I tell you what, neither of them made contact. Great racing. And Frank's just sitting there in the background as well. He's waiting for his little bits. And Robert's putting pressure on Lee. I agree, Jorgen. We will need to see what's going on there. Possibly Nikos, but still he shouldn't be racing if his steering wheel's performing like that. That's unfortunate for everybody else. Derek, he's drunk. Kai's got a great run on Ollie here. Is this a passing place? They're putting the anchors on. Ollie's giving him a lot of respect. But Ollie's managed to keep the line. And Ambro's now hunting down Kai as well. So that was good racing, that, from both of them. Well done, Kai. Well done, Ollie. Look at that trail of cars behind Kai. That fantastic sound of the Audi. McLaren's are gunning for him though. That Ferrari is quick though. Very quick indeed. Let's jump back to look how close they're all getting. What great racing. And Richard's got Hugh behind him. Ambro's got Richard behind him, and again back at the front of the grid, the front of this lot, we have Kai, and Kai is going for the move up the inside. Oh, and it's all gone completely pear-shaped. Let's have a quick replay just to see the extent of what went wrong there. So Kai's got a good run, and Ollie's gone defensive, and at the last minute Ollie's put himself in the right position on track. Oh, it was Richard who's took out Ambro. Ambro's then done a bowling ball on both Kai and Ollie. So it was Richard Columbus who's caused that and absolutely clattered them. And Richard has dropped right to the back, so he's relinquished position. Unfortunately, he's took a few drivers out with him in the process. We have a driver off track, which is Danny Britos. He wants to be careful with the rejoin at a fast section of the track. And Robert's going to pass him. And we'll jump forward with Stefan. Stefan is running again. Obviously, we saw him appear to park up. He's putting pressure on Melvin. I am keeping an eye on... I'll go to Lee Ellis, because Lee Ellis is putting pressure on Robert. So he was making a liar out of me. Frank has made a pass on Hugh. Frank is into 5th place. Kapow! Let's go to... Who can we go to on the other screen? I'm trying to find a driver. There you go. Yeah, there's nothing going on the other screen at the moment. Hugh still putting pressure on Frank. All I can think of is Frank got a great slipstream down the straight and he just clobbered the McLaren and passed it. Strike. Craig, he missed the braking point for the next corner and the next 3. Problem is, it's who races he's spoiled. So I'm going to go back to Stefan. So Stefan is putting great pressure on Melvin now, as you can see in the bottom window. But we have Hugh is still putting pressure on Frank. Hugh does not want to lose that position. He wants to pull it back. And let's do a quick switch. And we can see... Oh, I thought Stefan was going for it then. Is he going for it now? No, he's not. Is he going to get the run? No, he's not. And you can see Kai's now gaining on them. I know Stefan hasn't made it. We'll switch back. And Frank's got a bit of a breather now. Andrew Ambro is looking to pass Robert. So this is just behind Stefan and that. You see Lee's really having problems. So Ambro, look at the difference there. The power difference. Oh, watch out. I thought Ambro was going to hit it. Sorry, Abando was going to hit him then. With that, look at the steering. How dodgy is that? Good little chain of cars coming up behind Robert now, so I think we're going to see some. And there was contact actually recorded there. I'm going to change that view now to Frank in the little window. Both Frank and Hughes managed to pass Frank. And Robert's going for the pass down the outside. He's not going to make it stick. Danny Britos has put his braking point on just in front of Lee. Yeah, Hughes now pulling away from Frank, so we'll go back to the normal stream. And we'll go back to Danny Britos. There's a couple of cars vying for position here. Lee Ellis is putting pressure on Robert. And Danny's putting pressure on Lee. And Jeremy sat there waiting at the back. The battle between Stefan and Melvin is still going on. Let's jump forward a touch. I'll just keep an eye on what's going on, because actually Robert's very close to Ambro here. I do think Ambro will get clear a little bit in a minute. This is where Robert's very quick, and I don't know if it's just braking he's good at, but this Porsche is flying. But look at it twitching. He'll pull to it. Oh no, I thought he'd have pulled in then. Gone for it. We'll get a better drive than McLaren. We'll just see the Porsche just move too far. Hi Kev, what happened? So, what's going on here? I know the pit window's open. Has he got a problem? Has Ambro got a problem? And he's calling it a day. So we're on board with Lee Ellis now, who's being pressured by Britos. See, Britos has been in the wars, as is Ellis. We know Ellis was involved in an incident. Yeah, you got the breaking point wrong, Kev, didn't you? Unfortunately. I'm just laughing at Craig because I know what Craig said afterwards. I'm very clever, Andreas. I can be in 2 places at once. I can stream chat and I can personally chat. I'll let you think about that one. Right. Stefan's still not managed to make any headway. I'm going to jump to Melvin, and you can just see Stefan's really having a go. Now, if you get the position right, you can pass there, but he's just too far. Good respect to Stefan there. Stefan knows Melvin's got his car in the right place. And consequently, the BM is fast down this bit, I think it's fair to say. James Parks is off. He's parked up. Pardon me French. Pardon me pun. James Parks has parked it. Now Ambro's out the pits. I think he's gone for an early pit stop. I wonder if he had tyre problems and he's changed them so he can run the rest of the race, but has he put enough in? He should just get to the end of the race now, actually. Yeah, he's gone early, but he should get to the end of the race. That could be quite a clever little move. In fact, Britos is doing the same. We're seeing a different tactic here. We've got Lee Ellis looking to pass Robert. Lee Ellis is looking quick. I see someone's took all the barriers down there. So yeah, Lee's looking very, very quick here. Robert will defend. I think his steering is going to be a problem though. That's going to really hinder him. Unfortunately, I can see Robert causing a few more problems here. And, you know, unfortunately, he could end up with a bit of a penalty going on. If he turns around and says, I've had controller problems and he was racing, well, unfortunately, he will pay the price. I know it's the end of the season and all that. Stefan's still behind Melvin and not making any progress, although he's very close. Let's put the Melvin. Let's put Melvin and that in the window below, so you can see. Is Ollie pitting or has Ollie gone off? Ollie's lost 3 places. Ollie's gone wide, and Johan's been passed as well by Rayner. So has Johan made a mistake at the front? And he's going to be passed again by Bruce up the inside. No, Bruce has realised it's a bit dangerous. Again, there is some intelligent racing going on. It's not all a case of banging into cars. I don't know, Craig, he's got something because that's... Oh! Contact, Your Honour. Let's go to that one. I don't know what went on there, but basically there was an incident between Melvin and Stefan. So Stefan's come down and I think he's tried to force it into T1. So Melvin's gone defensive, which he's entitled to do. Now Stefan tried to go down the inside. He's running out of track here. So that's quite a... No, that's... You can't race on the grass. And where Stefan was going was no track. So, from my perspective there, I would say Stefan's tried to... Stefan's trying to... I don't know what he's trying to do. I was going to say he saw a gap, but I'm not too sure where the gap was. It just ended up... I mean, Melvin's lost out, but actually he's not lost out too much. Stefan's lost out massively. In fact, Stefan's had to go to the pits because he absolutely annihilated the wall. So I'm not too sure whether there's choice words going on between him and his mechanics. So Kev, what happened at the start? As Terry says, you seem to escape. Did you quit? Did you have a disconnect and reconnect? That's what we speculated. Obviously, it doesn't mean we're right. We've lost, as we know, we've lost Kev, and we've just lost another driver. Stefan has called it a day. Stefan's called it a day. He's decided he's had enough. Unfortunately, well, I've already had my piece on that one. I'm not going to reiterate, you know, what I thought was right or what I thought was wrong. And Robert's going backwards here. Lee's car's looking rather damaged, and he's taking his pit stop as well. Very early, these pit stops, very early. I think drivers are just deciding to get them out of the way while they've got damaged cars. Ollie's going backwards here. I thought that, Kev. I think I said that on the stream, because you did get back in at the back. Nikos, you can't think someone's going to open the door for you. You've got to wait for the door to be opened. Melvin's in front. He has no reason to move. And it's not a case of leaving racing room, because at no point had Stefan got alongside. So, let's go to the front. Let's give Hugo his a couple of minutes of fame, shall we? So Hugo qualified with a 1:49.1. So he's driving a BMW Exocet Missile. It's the new edition, obviously. And for Group 2, that's phenomenal. And I really thought Johan was going to walk this. What do we know, eh? And I do really hope Hugo does it, because outstanding qualifying. He's keeping it clean. I mean, there's nothing for him to race against, fine. But he's keeping it clean. Behind him, nearly 10 seconds behind, is Rayner. Okay, granted, 2 BMWs. We know Rayner's good in the BMW. Rayner isn't closing him down, though. So, again, that could be first and second. Third place is Johan, what we thought was going to be the case. Johan is being pressured, to be fair, by Bruce. I think Rayner's coming up to back traffic as well, if I'm not mistaken. I think I saw a car coming into a corner there. So Rayner is gaining on other cars. So where is he? Car 515. Yeah, he's gaining on Ambro, who's pitted. He might not catch Ambro, but Ambro will be probably running slightly more fuel. Right, I'm going to jump back a little bit, because we've got a battle going on with Jeroen, who's still trying to pass Ollie. And what I'll do is, in the little window, I'll continue me step down with the guys. So there's Johan, obviously he's trying to gain on Berger, but he's a couple of seconds behind Berger, really. So he's got it all to do, and I think Berger got him on the straight. So I think the BMW is pretty quick. Thought Ollie had gone flying then, but he hasn't. Look how quick he's gone through there, Ollie. Absolutely flying. Hopkins is getting very close, though. We go to Larson. Hopkins is less than a second off Larson here. So let's see what happens in that view. And you can see there, Jorian's just lost a bit of time. So what we'll do is we'll go on board. We'll go to Bruce now, as Bruce is really catching Larson up a little bit. I think Lee Ellis is pitting. Johan, he's the champ already, Nikos, yes. I thought, Kev, you were looking like you were going to make the pass, but I think the corner caught you up too quick. You realised, but there's nothing you could do about it. I think you went to hit the apex where you're just carrying too much speed, and consequently it just forced your car left into Jeremy, and obviously you both went off track, and I think you spun. Jeremy did continue, but I think the damage was already done. That's what it looked like. You just carried too much speed into the corner, but you were going quick as well. You're definitely on a mission. No doubt you're going to tell me I got it completely wrong, but that's what it looked like. Thing is, we know the different characters on track, and that's not you, you know. So that's probably your first mistake you've made all season, you know. So don't beat yourself up about it. There's plenty of other drivers who were in worse situations. Bruce is really going for it here now. And I think, yeah, oh, and he's gone off. Jorian's gone off. Got it really wrong. Oh, he must be careful there. Back to Bruce. So just a quick refreshment. And this is really there is one or two other battles, and we've still got Robert. Oh, let me just switch that back. The twitchy Robert being passed by the Ferrari. Look at that twitch on the Porsche. Robert's going backwards. That tells me he's got problems. Stefan's quit Nikos. He called it a day after colliding with Melvin. Yeah, you were looking quick in quali. I think I said you were looking at a 149 in quali, but where the hell Hugo got that lot from, Kev, I don't know. It certainly shocked us a little bit, because that was he was already in the 149s and he was half a second up. It was like, wow. Johan again there, just going wide. He'll lose so much pace there if he catches the sand. And you can see the BMW's just caught him up and is eating him up now. This corner, the BMW is brilliant. You've got the right setup. And get the power down so early. It's going a little bit deep there though. And there's going to be another pass. Oh, dear, 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 dear. One Porsche on a twitchy Porsche. So let's have a look at what happened here. I think we saw this coming indirectly. I mean, that front Porsche is all over the place. You can see it's twitching. He doesn't know where he's coming, if he's coming or going, Robert, there. Now, there, the orange Porsche has got the corner. So, unfortunately, Mr. Abando, I think, is guilty as charged with that one. Annoying because Jerry Williams having a good race. He's just being let down. Yeah, Abando's going backwards quickly here. Unfortunately, I do feel that. I think the sooner he gets in the pits and sorts his problem out if he can. Otherwise, it'll have to be dealt with post-race. Right, going to the front. Hopkins is on Larson. Very close this time. Is he going to outbrake him? No, he's not. His angle's a bit wrong now, Hopkins. He's going to drift to left, I think. Kev, it's not about not using your mirrors. I think he's using an old PlayStation 2 controller there. He's got a good run here. Are we going to see the pass? Larson's gone very defensive for the inside line. As we know, the BMW's got grunt. And he's made the pass quite easily. Johan's realised. To be fair, Johan's won. He probably knows it. He doesn't want to cause a problem for anybody else. So, I think it's race management, what Johan's doing there. And if that is the case, I applaud him for it. So Bruce is on a podium at the moment. Still got pit stops though, don't forget. All change. The pit stops. The monster Porsche is chasing down the Fanatec Porsche. There must be damage on Robert's car though. Because the speed difference there's phenomenal. Could be contact here. He's realised in him. I'm gonna get nutmegged here and pat right off. He's very slow. Now, Kai was going slow then, so I'm not too sure what was going on. I think that Porsche at the front is looking is struggling a little bit now. Right, I'm going to jump back. Ollie is gaining on Kai after Kai's. I think he went off slightly and just lost a bit of time. And it just allowed the Lexus to catch. And that Lexus is, as I said, unfortunately, Bruce has made a bit of a mistake. And as a crew chief said, Bruce Hopkins has binned it. And that's now pushed Frank up, and Kai and Ollie are still at it. Ollie did pass Kai. This is a drag race. Now, is Kai pitting though? Kai's pitting. That could be a sensible move, that, on Kai's behalf. 57 minutes in, slightly bit too early for me, that. Let's see where he comes out when Ollie pits. So Hugh Morris is now hunting down Johan. Lee's calling it a day in the pits, I think. Oh no, he's not. Trying to work out who's pitting to come out. Lee is coming out the pits as we speak. So what was wrong there? Kai's just coming to the pits. Let's go back to Hugh. Yeah, he's getting it going again. And meanwhile, Hugo has got a 14-second lead at the front. Hugh was struggling to get into the 150s. He's done a 151.0. And he's actually the third fastest. So he's not doing too bad. And on the last lap, he's the second. Whoa! Johan's gone. What happened to Johan then? He's managed. I thought he right. So he's obviously got the fast right-hander completely wrong, and I think he's going to go to the pits. Is he? I'm not too sure. Melvin's now putting pressure on Bruce, so we'll go to that in a second. Oh, he's put too much power on. He hasn't hit the wall though, so his car's going to be all right. His tyres are going to be feeling it a little bit. I think he's going to get away with that. Really? Right, let's go back to Melvin, because Melvin was putting pressure on Bruce, and we know Bruce is looking quick. Melvin's having a stormer here, 6th place. 55 minutes left to go. And there is no other battles on track as it stands. So we've got 3 different cars in the top 4. 2 BMWs, a McLaren and a Bentley. Frank's having a storming race here. He's going to be loving this, Frank. Absolutely loving it. Hope he finishes well. He'll be buzzing after this. Really buzzing. And there's been an incident. Melvin's gone very wide. Sorry, Bruce has gone very wide and gifted 5th place to Bruce. Sorry, to Melvin. And Melvin will be saying, thank you very much. I'll take that. Right. I couldn't see that, Stefan. It didn't look like Melvin had moved, but obviously we've only got one angle of it. So fair comment. Who has pitted and who hasn't? That's a very good question. Unfortunately, I can't really see. I'll put the pit board up and show you who's pitted. I think I can do that. What I'll do is I'll put the gaps there and I'll put the pit stops there. That'll hopefully help you a little bit. Okay, so Johan is hunting Bruce down again after going off. So he's obviously recovered his tyres because that would have burnt his tyres up a little bit. Hugo is still the fastest person on track. He is absolutely flying. Hugo. He's 16 seconds clear of Reina. No, I agree with that, Nikos. Unless Hugo disconnects and bins it. Oh! Oh! Guy was going... Ooh, Guy there looking for a bit of an unsafe rejoin. He's thought better of it. Oh, he's got Jeremy coming through now. So what he's going to do, he's going to try and cause sweep down. Although he's probably going to be safe after this next car, which is Richard. So he can probably go for it now. Just needs to think his tyres are going to be a bit dirty. But he is in a safe place. That was an example of a safe rejoin. And Johan's off again. He's really struggling in that corner. Exactly the same. And that's put Ollie upper position now. And Robert. Now, is that Robert realising his race is run with his controls? Because he's just pulled up on his own behalf there. Let's see if he did anything untoward. He's come round. He's still got the twitch. Oh. Oh, it's a big hit. That's a big hit. That's Robert's race run. And I've got yellows for Hugo. Hugo's made a mistake. So yeah, he's Hugo's. That's cost Hugo a lot of time. And he's now lost P1. So what happened to Hugo there? Let's see if we can just do a replay on Hugo if it'll let us. Oh, he's over. Oh, that's painful. That's painful. Really painful. And he just can't get back in time before Reina passes him. Yeah, oh, what a shame. And to make matters worse, Hugh got him as well. But that's because he's pitting. So he's decided to pit, which is probably sensible. And Frank's now got him as well. Robert, can we ask you, what's wrong with your controller? Because you had this unbelievable twitch on the controls. It looked like you were using a gamepad. We spotted it in qualifying, I think it was. You know, Nikos has just said the same. If you're unsure, watch the replay back. You'll see what we mean. And it's visual on the screen as well. We can see it on the screen. He's losing a lot of places here, Hugo. He's got a lot of damage to that car. This is really going to put a problem for him now. Yeah, he's losing place after place after place. I think Johan could be in for a long stop as well, because his car's received damage. Well, anyone doing a pit stop now is probably at the start of when I'd consider doing a pit stop. But Rayner's lap time is a second slower than Hugh. Hugh is flying. There's only one person faster than Hugh at the moment. And that is, ladies and gentlemen, Melvin Garland. Yeah, it's a bit dangerous that, Robert. Yeah, it might be time to to invest in a new wheel. We thought in the corners it looked fine, and then on the straight, it's like you need to put a dead zone in. I think Nikos said that you probably need a dead zone on it. His pulling is starting to pull Rainer Berger in. He was half a second faster on that last lap alone. Hugo is now back out. It will be interesting to see if he can go any quicker. But he's got, I mean, yeah, they're all going to have to pit, but it all depends on where he comes out. No driver of the day. Could still be up in the air, guys. Melvin is gaining on Mr. Tennant. Tell you what, Robert, the Sim Magic wheel I've got, bloody awesome, mate. I've not been complaining these last few weeks. Yeah, Melvin is definitely... Yes, there is, Robert. Yeah, there's a dead zone in ACC setup, definitely. If not, you should be able to do it on your wheel. Alright. Oh no, it's the brakes you can put a what's name on, isn't it? Sorry, a brake power. You should be able to do it on your wheel anyway. What wheel is it? I'm just thinking, my old Logitech I don't think had the games permit it, I think. You sure, Stefan? Just going to look at something. Bear with me a sec. I think you might be right. Actually thinking about it. Yeah, there's a bar, but I don't think that's to do with the... Yeah. You'd want a dead zone, Stefan, if it was steering like that. Right. So yeah, Melvin's slowly pulling Frank in. The pit stop's going to be really important. When you get a new wheel, Robert, you'll be the difference will be night and day. I'm telling you. Looked like you were playing with a gamepad, PS2 gamepad. Jeremy's catching Johan now, so Jeremy's going forward. Johan's going backwards. Hugo is not getting. He's just passed someone in the pits, but he's not flying at the moment. He's really struggling getting the pace he was doing. He's a full second down. No, you're right, Stefan. Although you could do it in the original Assetto Corsa, remember. Use pitting. Frank's coming round. Frank looks like he's pitting too, although he's flying into the pits there. He's got that stopped. Oh, Melvin was shifting as well. Melvin's pulled a second out of Frank there in the pits alone. He was absolutely tear-arsing into the pits then. So what's going to happen here? I'm intrigued to see how these pit stops are going to transpire now. because Melvin could come out in front of Frank. If Frank's got no damage, let's see what's going to happen. They are losing places, but that's understandable. Now, interesting, Hugo has still got a long way to go. Hugh is now leaving the pits. Hugh is going to keep the gap in front of Hugo because Hugo hasn't come round the bend yet. There goes Frank. There goes Hopkins. So there's obviously damage with Melvin's car. The Frank's gone now. Hugo is just catching Frank up. So is Hugo going to get past Frank here? Or is he going to get stuck behind him? So this is going to be quite telling. The Frank's just managed to do it, and so has Hopkins. So Hugo's got it all to do. Jeremy's now pitted, so he's coming out. He's coming out in 11th position. Although Richard's looking like he's going to pass Jeremy, is he? No. No, Jeremy's well and truly gone. Johan's favourite corner. He's made it round this time, although he is going slower than normal. So, is Johan pitting? No, he's not. He's staying out. Ollie's pitting. So he's chosen to do his pit stop. And that means that Johan's back in second place. So Rayner is dominating at the moment. Hugo is 1 second behind Bruce. This is going to get tasty. Unfortunately, though, I can't see him making any further headway than perhaps Frank. Well, I'm not even going to say Frank. It's just too much of a gap. He could catch Frank, but he's not going to catch Hugh. And Hugh's just managed to take them both. And I think Hugo's now going to take them both as well. Jerry and Hugh, and Ollie are both in the pits. And is Hugo going to pass them both? Yes, he is. That's going to jump Hugo forward. And it's going to jump Bruce forward. So Hugo's in 6th place now. His lap times are starting to come down. So his tyres are coming to him now. So I do think we're going to see Hugo get a little bit quicker. As I said, he really does need to dispatch Bruce so he can hunt down Frank. I don't think he's going to catch Hugh. But still, Rayner is now in the pits. So Rayner's got a great gap. And car 4.25. Was that a stop and go? I think it was a stop and go, wasn't it? I was a stop and go to Jeroen. Unfortunately, his name's not in my database, so it doesn't say his name. I believe that was a stop and go for pit lane speeding. But what Rayner doesn't want here is a pit lane speeding penalty, because that'll ruin his race. And that also means that the top 3 is going to be different again. So let's see where this takes us. So Rayner's okay at the moment. And he's no penalty. Oh no, this is the line, isn't it? Yep, he's got away with no penalty as well. Hugo is flying. Really is flying. But he's still not managed. So he's basically... Rayner's got the straight between him and Hugo. If you want to look at it like that. He's got 20 odd seconds in front of him. Yep. Half time. That's it. And that is a very adventurous move that's completely backfired. And look at that. Sportsman. He knew he'd gain the position unlawfully and give the position back. Top driving. only been with us this season, Hugo, but he's definitely improved, and he's respecting the rules absolutely perfectly there. Realised he gained. He will go again. I think Bruce is aware now what he'll probably do, but still great racing that. So easy to think, nah, I'll go for it. He got that absolutely spot on. Yeah, he's getting quicker as well, Hugo. He is getting quicker. The guys in front of him are nearly a second slower. So let's just see where that takes him. The only guy holding on to him at the moment is Bruce. And as you can see, he's quicker than Bruce. So, it could be very interesting. Johan's not pitted yet. Rayner's looking good at the moment. But Hugh is gaining on him. We need a comparison on that because Rayner's come out on cold tyres. Or colder tyres, shall I say. And obviously, Hugh's running with hot tyres. He's only a second and a half behind. As you can see there. And 425 has had the stop and go cleared. He's obviously done speed. Hopefully he's not got speeding again in the pits. Because I think that'll be a DSQ the second time you do it. Now he's got away with it. Yeah, he's pulling away, pulling him in ever so slightly. Hugo equally is also pulling him in. So what I'm going to do is going to put Hugh on the little screen, and I'm going to have Hugo on the big screen. And if I need to switch between the two, I can do that quite easily. So. Hugh's definitely gaining. Different parts of the track Hugh's quicker on. Lost a bit of time there though. Hugo was 2 seconds down on his lap. Jeremy's off track. He's going again, but he's lost a bit of time. See where he went off. Too sure. I think he must have cut through the middle bit. Hugo's just losing a bit of ground here, and Hugh's not making any dents on Rayner. But Hugh's definitely looking quick. In fact, Hugh is the quickest person on track at the moment, followed by Mr. Tennant. Then Mr. Ambro. Yeah, he's just losing a bit of time here now. See, Bruce is just managing to keep him at bay a little bit. Bruce's last lap was a good one. Frank, that was a very quick lap from Bruce, though. That was a very, very quick lap. No wonder he pulled away. Right, I'm just going to switch because the other screen's looking a little bit interesting now because Hugh is gaining. As you can see there, he's definitely making inroads a little bit. And he's got the gap down. I mean, the gap's still a second, but he's visually, to me, he looks visually closer. You won't get the engine sound from Hugh, by the way, because that's from my other computer, and I have sound switched off. So you will have silence. You'll have sound from the mini window. So what I've done is I've created a new option where I can switch the two screens, but you just have to, unfortunately, pay the price with the other one. It just means I can switch them quickly rather than having to click and click and click. Let's go to the wing of Frank's car. Sorry, the ring of Berger's car, my apologies. We can see exactly what's going on. Yeah, so he's 8/10 behind. I definitely think he's gaining, and it does look like Hugo has backed off a little bit because he's really struggling with his lap times now. Bruce is bumping in the fast laps. equally, Berger's looking good as well. These are the only two close battles on track. There are no other battles. Hugo is ever so slightly starting to nibble back now at Bruce, as you can see there. Oh, Hugh has absolutely stomped it there. No, he's not. He's got a cracking run. He's got him here, though. No contact. There is contact. They've touched. Hugh's done it. Hugh's made the pass. Absolutely flying through there. And he's off. He's gone. That's definitely a case of catch me if you can. Yeah, he's vanished. Oh, and Hugo's binned it. I think that puts paid to his race. He wants to be careful. There's cars coming round. Doesn't want that unsafe rejoin. Ooh. And that was Melvin. And that was Ambro. He's lost a couple of places now there. I think that's fair to say. Hugo's, unfortunately, struggling now. And look at the speed of Rayner here. This battle's not done either. Now this is first and second because Johan has pitted. And at the moment, Frank is looking for a podium. This will be Frank's first podium, if I am not mistaken. If anybody can verify that, please let me know. But I do not believe Frank has been on the podium before. It's not done at the front either, this. Melvin is now in 5th. I think that's Melvin's best result at the moment. Bruce Hopkins is in 4th, but I think Bruce has had a podium before. I don't recall Frank ever having a podium, so if my memory serves me right. Fastest lap, believe it or not, is Mr. Hopkins with a 150.6. And that's no one else has done a 150. Oh, sorry, Kai did a 150.9. He's absolutely flying, Bruce. Now, Bruce is only 2 seconds behind Frank. So are we going to see him start putting pressure on Frank? And there you go, you can see him. Oh, is the kapow going to get kapowed? Bruce is on. Bruce is on it, isn't he? He's really on it. Is Bruce? Bruce is looking. He's got 30 minutes to steal Frank's podium. Rayner is not giving up on Hugh. Although Hugh's last lap was 4/10 quicker. No, he's not, Derek. Thing is, there's nothing wrong with the setup. I took that McLaren out with that setup, and it's a decent setup. He was just struggling, I think, in general. I don't think it's a track he likes. But to be fair, he said he can't get in the 150s, but he's very consistent in the 151s. And I'll take consistency any time. So I think that's where he's benefiting from at the moment. This is the battle we need to concentrate on. So what I'll do in the bottom window is I'm going to put Bruce Hopkins on the bonnet cam, and I'm going to show you. You can see the view he's got of Frank. So if he does start gaining on it, you'll be able to visually see it. So you might not see it clearly just yet, but at some point that view should become a little bit clearer. Great battle with you and Rayner, though. We do, Craig, you're right. Me included. You always feel good after a good complaint, don't you? Our generation, that. Complain, you feel better. Bit of a rant. Rant over and breathe. Hi Neil. 19 viewers, 11 likes, come on. Shout out to our sponsors, PWS, Tindeo and Aqua Green. Obviously grateful for the sponsor of for the season just gone and the continuation of the sponsorship that they provide us and everyone who's donated to eSeniors. Without you guys donating and without the sponsors, we wouldn't have what we've got. There will be changes for the next season, understandably. There'll be a couple of rule changes as well to make it a little bit easier for people to collate things. All we made clear on the next show we're having. So there's a show I think we're going to be doing Wednesday, the final season. I know we've had a few out because of work and commitments and stuff like that. It'll be lights out on the season though, as we can appreciate, and then it'll all kick off again with a brand new season. Still thinking what to do for the races. Obviously, this championship, this schedule, I put together a long time ago. I think there's been lessons learned with it. I will be taking them on board, obviously. I would still like to do an endurance, but I'm not sure what the take-up's going to be on it. We really do need, 20 cars on track for an endurance to work, really, which means 40 people taking part. But anyway, see what people's views are. Rayner's got a good run here. He's going to run out of track though. He's getting to the braking point. He's got the line. So Hugh's lap last time was half a second down. That was Rayner's quickest ever lap, that. So as the fuel's burning off now, they're getting quicker and quicker and quicker. And we can see Hopkins is starting to sniff the back end of Mr. Tennant's car now, as you can see from the window in window. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the views around just so you can see what's going on. I'll put it to the wing of Frank's car just so we get to see the where the braking points are being gained, and obviously we've still got the other race going on between Rayner and Hugh in the little window. But that battle in the big window now is the battle for the final place of the podium. Frank does not want to give this up. I can tell you now, he's put a picture on Facebook this week and people were saying it looked quite an intent in his facial expression. I think we're seeing that facial expression come out of him today. I can see Rayner's very quick coming through Ascari there. And he's gaining on Hugh again. But as soon as he comes to the braking point, someone else to do it, Robert. I'm more than happy to relinquish so I can race. Well, the volunteers, unfortunately, are far and few between. Catching up back markers now. Hugo's now on the back of Ambro. So Hugo is making steps forward. He's running quick again. I just think he's got too much to do. I don't think he's going to catch Melvin. He's got 24 minutes. Melvin's currently sitting in 5th place. Rayner's got a good exit there. Bit of oversteer from Hugh, but he did correct it and keep it going. And Bruce just isn't doing anything at the moment. So what we'll do is we'll go on board with Hugo, and we'll go to the helicam of Hugo, because Hugo's now gaining. On I've put that in the little window, and I've put this Hugh battle back on the big window. So Hugo is gaining on Ambro at the moment. I think Hugh's just got this lap sorted at the moment, so Hugh's got another lap of safety. You see Hugo's really going for it though now. Really close. 4/10 behind. Right, we'll switch that back, shall we? Yeah, Rayner's losing time here. And Frank, this battle... Look at this battle. Bruce has gained massive. And they have had contact, but I'm not too sure to what degree. I think it was a door tap. And that now means Bruce is going for a third. He's going for his podium. Now is Frank going to give up? Bruce has got the fastest lap. And on the last lap, Frank made a mistake and lost 2 seconds. So Frank, I think, went wide, and he's gifted it to Bruce, unfortunately. Hugo is going for it against Ambro. And there's Melvin in front. Oh, contact. So Hugo could get a buy one, get one free here. Not too sure he's going to do it, but he's found that racy button again, because his last lap was the quickest man on track by a long shout. So he's definitely looking good again. I bet he's got over the frustration now. Frank's now dropping back from Bruce. So unfortunately I don't think we're going to see Frank with these... Oh, look at the twitch then from Hugo. Really put the power down too early. Massive, massive twitch. Taking the corner very wide as well. Yeah, he's losing time. Let's go back to... In fact, let's go to Ollie. Ollie is catching Jeremy up. Now on the back. Now Ollie's not got his livery, his normal livery. But on the back of his normal livery car, it says, "See you, Jay." Ambro, I'm going to just keep an eye on that, because I might have to jump a couple of places forward. And Jeremy's disconnected. Jeremy's gone. Yeah, Jeremy went into the trees and far, far away. Jeremy's gone. This battle now is the battle for 5th place. Rayner is gained on Hugh again. 20 minutes to go. So don't know what's happened to Jeremy there. But that was a disconnect. He's got a good run there though. Back to Ambro. Ambro's really trying to do Melvin here. Melvin will want that 5th place. I am a Northern Eel. I know a Westerner. Hugo's gone off. He's losing places for fun now. Looking quick though, but Ambro, isn't he? Look how quick he is compared to Melvin coming through there. Got a good toe. Melvin's got the racing line though, but if he plays his cards right here... Oh, he's done it. Yeah, he's managed to keep it, make it stick, Ambro. So that's Ambro moved up into 5th and pushed Melvin down. Yeah, Chris is from there safe. So Ambro into 5th place. Frank Tennant's losing time now on Bruce Hopkins, so I think he's probably going to settle for 4th with 18 minutes to go. Melvin's not giving up though, is he? It'll be difficult for driver of the day, this. What we're going to do for driver of the day then, anyone? Got 18 minutes to think about it. It was a nailed on bet for Hugo earlier on, but not anymore, unfortunately. Yeah, Andy Lee's is proper Scottish. There's different types of Scottish though. There's a soft Scottish, which is what Andy Lee's is. Or you get a proper your Glaswegian Scottish, which is very harsh and very difficult to understand. Melvin's not giving up this. These guys are running quite slow in comparison. Bruce Hopkins has done his fastest lap on the last lap alone. He's got 17 minutes to catch Rayner, Bruce. You know what? I think he could do it. Melvin's going for the pass here. Oh, that was going to be close. Now they sorted out between themselves. I think that's done and dusted into it now. I think Melvin's lost a bit of ground to Ambro. Hopkins is flying. He was 2 seconds faster than Rayner on the last lap, and he's already half a second up. Yeah, very regional, Nikos. I've got 2 accents depending on who I'm with, believe it or not. Very easy to switch between the two because of where I was born. Which might sound really bizarre. Bruce has just done the fastest lap again, as we saw. Yeah, but you're not a Brummie though, are you, Neil? Because I know a Brummie accent, and yours isn't what I class as a proper Brummie accent. Rayner's back on Hughes' pocket. Now, interesting here. If Bruce catches Rayner, is he going to get Hugh at the same time as well? And that Rayner's got... Oh, I thought Rayner was going for that then. I think he realised it wasn't... There was no payoff in that. Can confirm Jeremy lost connection. So yeah, he's his race was paid for by the good old Tinternet. Oh, Rayner getting a bit squirrely there. That's allowed Bruce to pull in another half second. Now let's just see the gap here between the 2 laps. Bruce is coming over. So Bruce was a full second quicker on the last lap. This is good. Tell you what, this is going to be very close at the end. This, I think, this could be a 3-way battle on the last 2 laps. I need that Amazon thing, don't I, where it says striking laps, the number of laps to striking. That'd be hilarious, that, wouldn't it? Jonathan's not got an American accent, Nikos. Jonathan's English. He's got the odd word that's American, but he's very strong English accent, Jonathan. Now Bruce has just lost a bit of time. He really needs to... Rayner's going for it again. That's the car I want to be doing that on. My apologies there. Clicking buttons for the sake of clicking buttons. So I'm just shutting the other machine down because I don't think we're going to be needing it now. Does anyone know what the latest update was, by the way, on Steve or ACC? I noticed there was a couple of meg update, but I don't really know what it was for or what it included. Now Bruce is 7 seconds behind. Melvin's gone off. Oh, he's just got corner a little bit, Melvin. I thought he'd gone off actually. It was showing him as amber. That's the one I want to be on the rear of. Yeah, Nikos is English, Jonathan. That's what I said, Billy. He has the odd words where he comes across as American, but actually he's very, very English. Now his wife's American, if you've ever heard her. Bruce is into the 6 seconds. Are we going to see it? Are we going to see it? Bruce wasn't as fast that time. Only a bit English. You're right, Jonathan. Rayner looking quick again here. That BMW coming down at you like a monster. He's just running out of road though. Great racing. Melvin's going to lose a place to Johan. To be fair, Jonathan, when you're speaking with the likes of me, you're English as they come. Like I said, I've got 2 accents, depending on who I'm with. If I'm with my family, I'm Scouse. If I'm with my friends, I'm Mancunian. Melvin is under pressure now from Johan. The Rayner looks like he's managed to stem. Rayner's just put in a really fast lap. And he's just managed to stem the tide a little bit. But he's still putting pressure on Hugh. Can't seem to gain. It's very fast on this straight here, so it makes me think Hugh's running a lot of downforce, but I've run his setup and it's not got a lot of downforce on it. And he's managed to keep a good gap there that time. Gets good traction out the corners, that McLaren done it. Yeah, it is Neil. Definitely round this way. Definitely round this way. Oh, Rayner's looking like he's going to get him here. Oh, he's very slow coming out of there, though. And you can see Bruce in the distance. He's not going to do it, Bruce. Bruce was a second quicker last lap, though, than the pair of them. Melvin's got Johan stuck to his wing. That's the one I tried, Billy. I only did I didn't drive. I've not driven the McLaren. I went out and I did I think it was a 150.4 after 3 laps with 120 litres. So it's a good setup. We're going to get a pass here. Oh, Melvin defended there. Just shut the door. I think the McLaren's going to get him here, though. I think the McLaren's going to be too quick. Bruce is now 5 seconds off. And there you go. Melvin's made a mistake trying to keep the pace. Hugo's lost time as well for some reason. Showing Hugo's lost a place. I don't think that's right, to be honest. So Bruce is 5 seconds down. His last lap was a full second quicker than nearly both of them. Jonathan, did you see his qualifying lap? He did a 1:49.1 in qualifying. And he was walking this race till he binned it. Bruce is 4 seconds. This is going to get interesting, this. Bruce can see both these guys. And if we go to the back of Rayner's car, I reckon we'll start seeing. There he is. And Bruce will see that.
Pit window is now closed.
That's it. Pit window done. 4 minutes to go. Let's see how they are this lap. So there's Rayner. His last lap is a 1:51.3. Bruce is a 1:50.4. And that is a new fastest lap. He is absolutely flying, is Bruce. Again, another second quicker. I will say, Hugh is so close to breaking into the 150s there. He's just done a 151.09. So Hugh's getting quicker as he's learning the track in the car as it's running at lower on fuel. Are we going to see anybody with short fuel as well? Rayner's lost a bit of time on Hugh now. Let's look from back of Rayner's car. And there's Bruce. Hugo's gone off and Melvin's just passed Hugo. So Hugo again gained places. Right, you can see Bruce in the background there. Now Bruce hasn't made as much gain this lap. So I think I don't think Rayner's lap's anything outstanding, to be fair. Here we have this driver of the day. 3 minutes to go. I actually think Hugh's done a sterling job. Kept it clean. Obviously, we knew he was struggling in the car. He's never done a 150, and he's still in front, which is no mean feat. Bruce has lost time now, so that last lap, Rayner's just done his fastest lap, and Hugh did his fastest lap. So Hugh's just done a 151.05, so he bettered himself by 0.04 of a second. Hey, a gain's a gain, but Rayner is not giving up. 2 minutes to go and Rayner's really thinking about it. I know Rayner could still win this, but I do think Hugh's had a fantastic race. Yeah, I'll go with that. Thank you, guys. So if he does watch the stream back, he can sit there with a bit of pride. Now, talking about now Rayner's result here means Rayner is going to take second place in the championship. Hugh Morris is going to jump up massive. He's not going to get into the top 3. Yeah, to be honest, both Frank and Bruce have had an amazing race. Bruce is really struggling now.
Okay, the leader is on the final lap now.
Yeah, really struggling. We'll go on board with and we're going to see Rayner pass him. Coming very late into the race. Rayner wants this win. Rayner wants the win, but he doesn't want to crash. Oh! Oh, that's going to be tormentous, that. What do you do there? Hugh's made a massive gain as a result of going off track. Rayner's still going though, isn't he? He's absolutely shifting. I think actually Hugh slowed down. I was just looking at the gap. I think Hugh slowed down to let him back, but he's 2 seconds clear. I thought he'd slowed down a little bit. Couple of incidents. Rayner does look fast, yeah. He's already managed to pull him in. Look at that. Really pulled him in. That's just gone a bit wide there. Oh, is Rayner going for it? Is he going for it? He is. He's going for it. And I think Rayner has done it.
The leader has finished the race.
Wow. What an end to that race. That was awesome, Mr. Berger. Absolutely awesome. You were so quick at the end. We can't retract the driver of the day, unfortunately. But yeah, Rayner. Obviously, we don't do driver of the day after the race, but I think it's fair to say you had a stake in the claim for that then. You have been so consistent throughout. But we'd already decided driver of the day. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. Right, guys, thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. And see the race tomorrow. Take care, all.